Look at that intro.
Every time I see that intro, D.
I know. It had to be done for your protein fund, Alex. It had to be done.
Thank you, Scottish.
Brilliant.
Can I say?
It.
Thank you.
What can I say? This is a bit of a random one, isn't it? Hi, Thomas. How are you, sir? You all right?
Yeah, doing good, my friend. I had a good Easter, and I hope you're looking forward to the Greek Easter this weekend.
Yeah. I think it's in a couple of weeks' time, isn't it, Alex? I believe, yeah?
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Lots of food to be enjoyed. There's going to be a feast, I hear.
It is, yeah.
Good Greek boys, Thomas, are supposed to go to the Iglesia, to the church.
Iglesia Christos, and we'll be cracking a few eggs.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. It's going to be fun.
Have some flaunes. We have flaunes, don't we, do?
Oh, yeah. My mum has bought all the cheeses and that. We're going to sit down. We'll make some flaunes as a family. There's going to be like 40, 50 of us in the kitchen arguing. And what I do with the leftover dough, I will make my pizza. This is what I do. I've got a bit of a tradition where I make a pizza and I put it in the clay oven. And voila, we've got a pizza with olives, lunza, halloumi.
Yeah, but the proper Greek halloumi, though.
Yeah, of course. Goat's milk. Yeah, of course.
That's my favorite. Thomas, we went to a Turkish restaurant and Dee there had to ask for his lemon. They looked at him like, "Why do you want lemon?" He's like, "Where's my lemoni?"
Listen. When I'm in Green Lanes, North London, the Turks and the Greeks, we eat side by side, and we're literally identical. Yeah. You know what I mean? We have lemon. I was just shocked that it's not typical North London Turkish restaurant that we went, Alex. That's probably why, because it's what is expected in Green Lanes. Nick Nicola will know what I'm talking about. If you go Green Lanes, Haringey, we sit side by side in our social clubs with Turkish Cypriots, Greek Cypriots sit side by side, paying a bit of tavli and stuff like that. All good.
Yeah. Actually, mappa, isn't it, D? There's football on, apparently.
Is there?
Yeah.
Let me have a look who's playing. It's not Arsenal, is it? I've been busy with work. I've not been following any of my hobbies of late, to be fair.
Yeah, just like to say hello to a few people in the chat. Ian Nicholson first. Yeah, good man.
Hey, Gumbaro, Ian.
Keith
Good
Burford,
to see you.
Greek Force One, Nick Nicola, my man. How you doing, my man? Yeah.
We've got Sard as well. Hello, Sard.
Oh, Sard.
Good man.
Got Sard.
They're all coming in now.
Keith wants a fresh factory in your wall clock, D.
Yeah, it's always 5-1, isn't it?
You caught me on that one. Listen, guys, you know what? I've never got around to it. I moved into this new studio. I never got around to it. But you know what? One day I'll put a battery in and we'll probably get a lot of comments on that. But not today. You know what? The next person to notice when that wall clock is working, I'm going to do a giveaway to that person. How's that? So keep an eye on that, yeah? No worries.
Well, that's a good idea. We should start doing giveaways. What do you think, D?
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to give away, guys. Hell of a lot of stuff to give away. We have a guest coming today around about 8:15. And, I think he had a lot to the show today as well. All good. Everyone's coming through. We've got Meatball.
Yeah. Nick C., the man himself.
We've got a load of people here today, yeah.
Yeah, good to see everybody. Fantastic.
Oh. So, D, Canary Wharf.
So, Alex, what do you think of the A to Z of Watches Service Centre that we put together? Yeah, I told
you.
Right? Yeah,
very impressive.
So, just to announce, obviously you guys know I run a recruitment agency. We've got franchises globally, Australia. I've got an office opening up in Abu Dhabi as well. I'm just trying to sort out HR partners. But Alex is now managing not just himself anymore. He's managing how many watchmakers, Alex, now?
Oh, we've got at least 7 watchmakers now.
Yeah.
Wow, this is new.
7 watchmakers. We've partnered with Fraser Hart, Thomas. Yeah. So my organization has partnered with Fraser Hart, and little old Alex there, the little famous bodybuilder, is now in charge. I could see him walk in and their eyes lit up. Number 1, Harbour Exchange, top floor. Alex can see the Thames now. You know, he was amazing down there. But what are you thinking, Alex? We've got another guy that's come through. He's done his assessment today. I'm just waiting for the guys to give me their final thoughts, whether we should take him on. Maybe I'll let you do the final stage interview. Maybe we'll get him down to Liverpool, Alex.
Yeah. Do a bench test.
What's the best hotel? I don't want to pay too much, just in case he's not quite up to
Who's
scratch.
paying? Are you paying? Are you paying?
Yeah, I'm paying. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
okay,
I'll bring him down. But
the Hilton, right?
Yeah,
Hilton.
Liverpool's a lot cheaper, to be fair, isn't it? Than bringing.
Yeah. I mean, look, every time I go to London, I mean, it depends actually. I mean, there's loads of hotels in London, but still, I mean, price wise, they're not cheap, are they? They're not cheap. No. I mean, how much was the Londoner? Wasn't he like £800 a night?
What, the Grosvenor? Oh yeah, it was like £400 or £500 per night, depending on the room that you had.
Wow.
Where did you stay, Thomas?
Where did you stay, Thomas?
At the London Watch Show.
Yeah.
I stayed at the Edwardian House Hotel, I think, with all the other guys, with Greggy Boy and Ian Nicholson and
fantastic,
Roger and Jamie.
Yeah.
Stayed,
did you enjoy the show?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was my first show in London, and
well, the one after COVID, is this the one you're talking about? The first one? Yeah, I enjoyed the first one. I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed the first one because the first time I got out and about, and it was great meeting with like-minded people. To be fair, it was very cool.
The first one, that was the second one where Archie came.
Right, yeah, okay, yeah. It was good seeing Archie, wasn't it? He's an interesting character. He's he was very friendly, put it that way. He was very polite, very respectful, quite different to what you imagine him to be. To be fair,
I'm talking about that was wait a minute. That was the London Watch Show. I'm talking about.
Yeah, you didn't go to the first one, Alex, did you?
No, I didn't want to go. To be honest with you, I didn't really feel like going. I wanted to go to the second one, which obviously I did, but I'm talking about the Watch Pro.
Watch Pro, yeah.
I actually enjoyed that.
I didn't stay at a hotel for Watch Pro. I just got a day return ticket on the train, and
you should have stayed with me, Thomas.
Yeah, again, hotels too expensive. I tell you what, though, the BQ Watch Show in June, the Manor Hotel is going to be where it's at. It's where everyone's staying. Ian Nicholson.
We've got a lot of confirmed guests. I was talking to the web developer guys. We've got, I think in total, hold on, I've got the figure here somewhere. I printed it out. Where is it? I think we've got around 400 tickets gone out. 400, guys. So speaking of Watch Pro, I've got something to announce. Watch Pro are sponsoring all 6 events that I'm doing at BQ Watches.
Wow.
And we have a few people, celebrities from The Gentleman. Chris Evangelou will be cutting the ribbon with Lucy, the head of events from Watch Pro.
Lucy event.
Yeah. So, because you know that I'm a partner with Watch Pro. I've been with them for many years now. Yeah. We're working together on the shows and promoting the brands and all the brands that I deal with, in collaboration with Watch Pro. So everything I do is part of Watch Pro, and it's been like that for the last few years. They sponsor the channel, and we're really building a nice little watch community hub, something intimate, where we're going to have a regular place to go without all this expense. Because, these London big hotels, you can go up to about 100K plus to set up event like the Salon. That's going to happen again, but there's going to be more intimate events. And hopefully once I've got that HR partnership sorted out, in order for me to open in Abu Dhabi, I've got to have a partner over there. Otherwise, they won't let me progress my business services over there. I'm just at the last hurdle of getting that all sorted. So as soon as that's up and running, I'll be able to do stuff in Dubai, Abu Dhabi. We'll be set up over there, and we can get maybe a group of people from the community. We'll go all together. We'll just pack out one plane and go out there and do what we need to do. But the good news is the brands that we're going to be working with out there, it'll be more of the mainstream brands. So you'll have Breguet, Longines, Omega will exhibit at my shows over there. They're a lot more lenient And we've got a few good people coming to the BQ show as well. We've got a few guys that are head of marketing from Canali, from Stefano Ricci. They're going to be there. They're going to talk about maybe doing a few trade shows for their brands where other buyers can come in from other boutiques across the world. Because recently I did a recruitment fair and we had Harrods, John Lewis were there, you name it, just a few of the organizations that we recruit for. So that was a great success. It's all happened. I did say, Alex, this year I set my targets last year and I said 2023, this is what will happen. So we've actually put pen to paper and pressed the trigger, and it's all happening now. So as you can see, I've aged over the last 3 months. Honestly, I feel knackered, to be honest with you. So, but it's all good. I'm enjoying it because it's watch related, and there's a lot of luxury clothing and brands that we work with. It's going to be great, and you will get to meet all of these guys at the show. So it's great news, guys. Great news.
Don't forget, people in the chat, if you've got any questions about these shows, don't forget to put them in the chat, and we can interrogate D up there.
Yeah, you can interrogate me tonight. Just keep it professional. No trash talk or anything like that.
No.
You know what I'm about, guys. I'm not about that. Let's keep it all about the show.
The FBI might be watching, D, so you've got to be careful what you say.
Yeah, I've got to be careful because I already was told that I needed to cancel the event because the FBI were involved for something, some nonsense like that. But I'm not getting involved. No comment in regards to that, guys.
Any questions for Alex? Any watch-related questions for Alex?
Yeah, I mean, you want to pick Alex's brain because not only is he a WhatsApp watchmaker, he's now the general manager of A to Z of Watches Service Center. I can see Alex is looking at it. Was a bit like more like an army camp. You've got like a guy coming and looking at them like, you don't go to the gym. You haven't seen a day in the gym.
You sound like my dad now.
Oh god. I think we're going to have an interesting Christmas dinner when we do a Christmas party. Really planning this. It's going to be fun. What sort of party do you want to do, Alex, for Christmas? We'll get Thomas down and the guys with all the watchmakers.
Oh, I know what sort of party. We can't say it online. We have to say it off the stream.
They go in there with their eye loop, you know.
Nick Nicholas asking, have we seen Xeric watches? Yeah, I've seen them. They do the interesting sort of
Can we pull them up?
Oh, can we pull them up? Oh, let's have a look.
Let's pull them up and see.
Ian Nicholson, no comment. All the way, D. We would hate the papers to get wind of your success. Well, look, you know, talking of what we're doing with Watch Pro, we're going to feature all the brands in the magazine. So the A to Z of Watches BQ Watch Show will be fully featured within Watch Pro. It's going to be great. And the more the merrier, guys. Look, this first one is going to be a little bit special because we're going to go that extra mile to please everybody. It's about bringing everybody together. Yeah, this is what it's all about, Alex and Thomas. Yeah. This was my main objective, to get everybody together in a friendly environment where we can have a good bite to eat with a few drinks and enjoy the timepieces and share the love of the hobby. This is what it's all about. It's what it's always been for me. And hopefully off the back of that, more people will want to work in the industry. Because at the moment, I'll be honest with you, the industry is dire. I'm not going to lie. It's not easy recruiting for watchmakers or sales associates or assistant managers, branch managers. A lot of them want to get out of the industry for whatever reason, I understand. But I think hopefully this will spark the next generation's interest to want to become a watchmaker, a sales associate. Just start somewhere in the business. Because look, you know what? It took me 7 years to place 1,000 watchmakers. From that 7th year, we've maybe only placed 6 watchmakers, Alex.
No, it's becoming more and more difficult. Really, it is becoming difficult. I mean, look, they've even opened up a school, apparently. Bill Vasilis was telling me they opened up a school in Cambodia.
Oh, right, okay.
But I just find it a bit of an odd place to open up a school. Maybe
Listen, I've been placing a lot of watchmakers from Portugal for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but Portugal, a lot of Portuguese watchmakers coming through, very good at their trade. A few of them have been working at Anodyne is it Anodyne, that micro brand in Scotland?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, really good quality stuff. I wasn't really, don't have that much know-how about them, but Watch Pro are telling me what a great brand they are, and they've got to be right up there in regards to the type of dial finishing they do. Some of the watchmakers there been fantastic, but they're working for us now, so fantastic. But well, we've got a lot of people looking today, Alex. This is a surprise. What have you been up to, Alex? You've been promoting the show. You've been busy. I've seen you've been around all the streams, haven't you?
Yeah,
Alex,
yeah. I've been, been sharing the love, being positive, sharing the love. And,
how's the new camera?
Brilliant. Yeah, microscope is really, really good. You can get a good, you can see really close to the movement. You can see what I'm doing. So any mess ups or any parts that ping, it's clearly obvious, So yeah, no, it's great. It's great.
I have to admit, Alex, you're going that extra mile. Can you imagine if we can get the other guys to come on a live stream? Alex, can you imagine 7 watchmakers? It'll be like something that would be in the Guinness Book of Records.
Well, you know how difficult watchmakers are to actually get on a stream, and I don't blame them. I mean, because obviously when you show yourself, you are going obviously kind of entertain certain characters that are going to go against you, and and try and manipulate you. So they just want an easy life, and I don't blame them. They just want to get on with their job. So they might get heavily criticized, but look, you have to be thick-skinned. I mean, Dee and myself were talking about this, that if you show yourself on YouTube, you have to be pretty thick-skinned, and just ignore a lot of the hate or a lot of the drama. So which we've been doing.
I'll be honest with you, in the industry that I'm in, and I'll tell you a little story. When I started off in the game that I'm in, you couldn't sit down until you hit a decision maker. It was proper tough, and I was run by a guy. He would love me to mention his name. A guy called Peter Shrimpton, top guy. He'd bill about 500K to about $1 million in a month. He'd even time when he goes to the toilet. He'd give himself 2 minutes to go to the toilet and get back to his desk and make money, right? And they used to call him the Terminator. And he realized what he wanted to get us into shape. He got us doing an Ironman, like when you do have to do like a 6-mile run, 6-mile swim, 6-mile cycle, Alex, to get us in shape. Mate, honestly, I did the running, but I didn't do swimming training, right? A good mentor, great mentor, made me who I am today. And a guy called Tony Chopra, great mentors, and really taught me amazing stuff, got me into the business. Honestly, their training, they got me part of the coaching academy, and great guys. It was tough, but let me put it to you like this. Those guys got bought out by Randstad, and they're the second largest recruitment agency in the world now, and they employ 35,000 members of staff. So I could say, they were great mentors, but I can say this, I don't have the same mentality anymore. I'm more civilized, that's for sure. Much more civilized. But, honestly, you could punch me in the head and I wouldn't react anymore. I'm just like, a bit like Rocky Balboa. I can take a lot of beating. You know what I mean? I take a lot of hits, nowadays. But I just carry on.
Well, it's made you who you are now. So, having a good mentor at a young age, I think, is key. I think is key, definitely.
Yeah, so these are some of the Xeric watches. They do the wandering hours and.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So what movement is it, Thomas?
I'm not too sure what movement it is. It might be a Miyota or.
It probably will be. Let's be honest. Look, Alex, the thing is, right? I know you watchmakers will and ah about this, but a 9 series Miyota movement. Look, I'm not just putting it out there that because we're going to have Miyota, a guy from Miyota, attend the show. He always attends all my shows, even at World Time. Not all of them. I think for the last 3-4 years he's attended. He's a lovely guy. He'll give you like a cleaning cloth for your watch with Miyota, and at the back there'll be a list of all the Miyota movies. What he does, he tends to go to this sort of independent watch shows, micro brand shows, to see whether he can, outsource movements to their brands and stuff like that. But what I was told by some watchmakers that the 9 series Miyota movement is an equivalent of a 28-24 ETA, Alex. We're not talking 8 series. It's got hacking. It's, you know what I mean? It's, I know you laugh, Alex, but, let's not laugh. I don't know. You guys know more than me. I can only go by what the manufacturers say, yeah? I'm not one to test it for its accuracy. Only you can do that, Alex, yeah? But they're easily modified and they're a lot cheaper.
No, I listen. I don't mind brands using those movements, but as long as the price reflects that.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
This is a 3-hour wandering arm, the one that Thomas was showing earlier. That's been a lot of that's been heavily modified, Thomas. Don't you think, to get that?
How much is it?
They're in the range of £1,000 to £2,000, I believe. If
sterling.
less,
Sterling.
Yeah.
But you think to get a hour wandering arm modification like that, Alex, anything else from anyone else, you're looking big bucks for that type of complication.
No, listen, I can appreciate what they're doing, but I mean, look, Nick Nicola says around 700 quid. So look, I mean,
that sounds a lot more reasonable.
Yeah,
I was about to say, look, I think Nick Nicola said it on the spot. If they're £700 sterling, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? To be fair.
Yeah.
Look, these are watches. I've always said this. When I review a watch and it's a micro brand, I never say to people, this is a foundation piece in your collection. This is a piece, once you've built a collection and you're happy from the mainstream brands, these are add-on watches where you have fun. This is where you don't take it too seriously, where you like the look of it, you want to have a bit of fun. It's not going to break the bank, and you get to enjoy horology at a reasonable price and have something a little bit different, funky, unique in your collection.
Yeah.
Look, for 700 quid, it is, it's a bit of fun, but it's Miyota. I don't get excited over those movements, but I understand and appreciate they're reliable and they're affordable.
Look, I understand, Alex. That's a bit like McDonald's for you, or getting a, Angus steak burger.
Well, talking of McDonald's, they just brought out the chicken Big Mac, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've not tried it yet. Have you not tried it?
No, I didn't. I wasn't aware of that.
How many Big Macs could you eat in one go day?
I've had 2.
I've had 4.
I'll tell you what. Last time I had 3 Big Macs. I remember when I went to watch Arsenal play AC Milan in the San Siro in Milan. I couldn't find a good restaurant out there near the San Siro Stadium. I ended up going to McDonald's.
Is that how you keep that slender physique, D?
Oh, yeah. Listen, it's all about eating in moderation, mate. Yeah?
Moderation, yeah. I think I had 4 Big Macs.
Oh, I don't really eat McDonald's.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the bodybuilder diet for you, isn't it?
No, that's not a good diet, full stop.
5,000 carbs a day.
Oh, listen, I've gone to Nando's and ate a whole chicken. When they serve you a whole chicken.
I haven't been Nando's for a while, Alex. I don't know what it is.
Look, Thomas, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thomas, whole milk. This is quite interesting. I heard about this story because Diego was talking about it, I think, on the community channel. Did any of you see the new Periscope story about the 3 million Omega Speedmaster that was a Franken watch? Do you know about this, Thomas?
No, I don't know.
I'm not aware of this.
So, if you can pull it up, would it be okay to pull it up? So basically, there was a very rare Omega Speedmaster that sold. I think it was through Philips, and Periscope is a gentleman on Instagram. I think he's from Italian origin, and he's extremely knowledgeable about vintage watches like Panerais, especially Panerais and Rolexes, I think Pateks, and he manages to figure out watches that have been changed, and they've been changed and then have been sold on as what they weren't originally. And he usually tells this from the markings on the case or the movement markings. And and tallies them up and can show that the watch was actually a watch that was something different previously and it's been modified to then sell through auctions. Now, the thing is, I've always said to people, you have to be very careful when you're buying from auctions, because as soon as there's as soon as there's a commission, a high percentage of commission when buying and selling, it's in their interest to maybe forget or not mention what the watch is, in terms of it's in their interest for them to sell it because of the high commission. So I'm not saying they're turning a blind eye, but they're a bit kind of they're a bit lazy on the actual description. Does that make sense? So now a lot of people, a lot of customers of mine will buy from an auction, and I say to them, don't, because there's a lot of watches that go through auction that have hidden issues in terms of base plate bent or balance staff damaged, or dial is incorrect, or dial is fake, or there's not all, but there's a lot of people that tend to put watches in auction because they just want out of it, or not all. You just got to be careful. I mean, there was one situation where a particular auction house, I don't want to say who have an exceptional reputation in the industry, actually put up some very rare, interesting watches. One particular gentleman decided to go on the internet and absolutely hound this particular auction house and their pieces, saying that the watches were not original, they were fake, and they did a cease and desist. They managed to sort it out. But there has been cases where certain individuals will make out that the watches that a particular company is selling are not correct, hoping they go for a low amount. Then they will buy it themselves and then sell it for a massive profit. Does that make sense? So they will make out that there's something wrong and hoping that they go for a lot less. Now, I'm not saying this is what Periscope does. No, because he shows facts. He shows evidence in what he believes is not to be original. And he does make a dent in the final price of the watch that he's stating isn't original. I'm not saying he's doing it to benefit from it, but there is people that will do it to benefit. Anyway, that was my big rant.
Well, talk about, I was talking to, it was the other day that Rolex send out apparently 100+ cease and desist letters every day. They're legal to
Wow.
It could be, to companies, YouTubers, everybody. They're sending legal letters out like you've seen nothing before. Guys, I've got some good news though. Ernest Jones, my client, has invited me to the Tudor press release at the end of April. So I'll be going St. James's Square. I won't mention exactly where it's going to be, but I'm looking to get my hands on those new Tudors, see what they're like, guys. So they give you I won't turn it round because it gives you the details of the event, but they give this wooden plank now, Alex, yeah? And this is my press pass.
Very nice.
So, so looking good,
impressive.
Working with Tudor, all good, guys.
You're not going to
Very
say
good.
when it is, no?
I can't tell you guys because I'm not allowed. You sign like a non-disclosure. You can't reveal the location, but you know where it's going to be, Alex, because you're a watchmaker.
Okay.
I couldn't find the Periscope.
Oh, I know what it's going to be now. You said that.
Yeah. I couldn't find the Periscope Speedmaster that he was talking about, but I found Periscope Frank and Paul Newman Daytona that he was talking about.
No, what's interesting is, Thomas, like auction houses, I was watching one particular series on YouTube about a guy they called the Spaniard who would get ancient Roman or Greek coins and melt them and make like the heads of famous figures, and they would go for exceptional amount of money, but they were trying to prove using machines where they could actually look inside the actual head and show the patina that they weren't real. And it kind of opened up a rabbit hole for me, because with auction houses, I'm not saying that they do, but it's very easy for them to not make up a history, but it's very easy for them for everyone to believe what they're saying because it's a big auction house. So therefore, they almost make history of the watch. who's to say they're wrong? Because Rolex won't get involved, and you don't blame them. So who's to say they're wrong? And it's the same for watches. I mean, look, if you look at this, you can see how he manages to match up. You know, it's incredible what he does. He's extremely knowledgeable person.
You know what, Alex? I was sorry to change subject because you know, I'm off work tomorrow. You know, the authentication thing that you're going to be doing. How are we going to distribute the work to the watchmakers? Have you got a plan together? Because I've just had the message.
Yeah, no, I've already sorted out a plan. I can obviously email that to you later. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Just before I forget, because I've got so much to do, I'll just leave that with you then. I'm going to let them know that you're going to fill them in. Because look, they're actually, a couple of them are still working tonight. So all good.
Yeah,
no, it's all good,
that's
mate. Good signs, really positive.
No,
hopefully we'll get them on the screen before you know it. So
yeah, listen, the authentication has been a great success for me because it really helps the fact that the person has to know that the watch is going to be checked prior to purchase. You know, so the person that may feel as though their watch isn't real may not want to send it. You know, does that make sense? It's very similar to what eBay do, but with myself, I check the timekeeping and the sealing, and I'm happy to store the watch until the transaction is done.
Look, Alex, the thing is, I'm a master vendor with Fraser Hart. We're now doing service. They're doing service outsourcing to us now as well. The good news is that I think that adds the credibility and reassurances to people that the big boy authorized dealers would not get in bed with people that aren't, credible in the industry. Yeah. Let's not beat around the bush. I've been in the recruitment game. We've placed over 1,000 watchmakers, in the last 7 years. Now it's very difficult. So I think what this project that we're doing will allow a lot of organizations to stop suffering, as we'll be able to sort of like tag up with all of them now, knowing that you're going to get the best service possible out there. This is the key. And especially with what Spencer's doing, that workshop that he's put together, honestly, it's better than some of the watch manufacturing service centers. Even though, may I say it, better than the one at St. James's Square, the one that Rolex have. I mean, it's bigger. I'll tell you what, I don't know. Spencer's got a hell of a lot of money that he's pumping in there, for sure.
Yeah. Look, Spencer takes action. He really is a man that. When I actually when myself and Dee went down to see his office and his workshop, it was impressive. And what I like about Spencer is that he's not a dealer that will say he can get something, he doesn't have it, and then scour for it. He actually has it in stock.
The stock's all there. The stock's there.
I've physically seen it, the stock, and it's like 600 or 800 Rolexes in stock. It's incredible. And the way how organized he was.
I've never seen anything like it, how organized he is. He's modified his vault for every generation, and the organization is out of this world, to be fair. But yeah, all good. Hopefully you guys could do something there. Hopefully we can collaborate there on the service side, Alex. I think you can lead that. It's all in your hands now. What my job is to do is just to bring everybody together, get the right people in to ensure the quality of the services go through accordingly. I think we're growing organically. This is the key. And we'll see what happens. At the moment, I think we're at full capacity, Alex. This is the problem already. Exciting. Full capacity already. I mean, it's stressful. I'm not going to lie, Alex. I've been stressed about it because getting calls like every 5 seconds and emails. I don't know if I'm coming or going anymore.
No,
my wife says to me, D, you're going to have to stop. You need to take a break, because when I took a week off, I was more productive work-wise on my week off, Thomas, than when I was at work. You couldn't make it up. I was like, wow. So you know why? Because I wasn't under stress. Because I'm twiddling my thumbs. What do I do? What do I prioritize next? Because when I'm so busy, the quality of my work goes downhill. I'm not going to lie. I start doing spelling mistakes, grammar mistakes, because I'm rushing. I'm just rushing everywhere. I just can't. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a time out anyway. But
take a time out.
for
You
Easter.
go to Gibro. You need to go to
Yeah,
Gibro.
yeah.
I think we got a view from Portugal. Jose Martins. He's got a question for you, Alex. What do you think about the Salita S500?
S500. You can pull it up and we'll have a look. Pull it up. Pull it up. Hey, by the way, as you're doing that, Thomas, I had my eyes checked today.
Yeah, listen to this, guys.
So I no longer have 20/20 vision. I'm on a slight prescription now.
So I said to Alex, now I want everyone to wear white overalls in this new workshop. Yeah, when he pops down, he's going to do mystery, appearances, to see if we can catch them out and sort of put it out there. And if he's going to be wearing the white overall, and he's going to be wearing those glasses that make him look like a proper watchmaker. But that white overall is really baggy on the other guys, but on Alex, he's going to look like a swimsuit. It's going to be like tight. And he's going to have guns sticking out. Oh, fantastic.
No, so now I'm going to get glasses, Nicola. I want to get some nice fancy see-through glasses, I think. Look as sexy as D, you know what I mean?
Where's my glasses? There we go. I've got these Ralph Lauren. I've gone all Ralph now. Look, these are I do wear glasses.
There you go, you see.
I look more intelligent now, right?
You do. Much more intelligent.
I did it. My wife goes to me, D, I think you need glasses because when I was driving at night, I couldn't see the white lines on the motorway. I was in denial. Yeah, I think I don't need glasses. I'm all right because I think if I go shooting, hunting, rough game shooting, and my dad goes, you know what, you were a really good shot before. I don't know what's going on, but now when I put the glasses on, it's like I'm playing Call of Duty. It's like everything is in high definition. I feel like I'm back, So it's all good. Mr. GMT, yes, so Costco's a great place for designers. Yeah, Costco is good.
It is,
Costco
but I need to renew my Costco card. I'm getting myself organized. I've done my...
I'll add you, Alex. I'll put you on my company. Just add you. That way you don't have to fill out the paperwork.
Oh, really?
Because you have to show utility bills and I'll just add you and just say,
add me.
World famous watchmaker.
World famous. Well, I want to go because I used to love going to Costco. And then, do you know, apparently, have you ever been to Costco, Thomas?
No.
You'll be like a rat up a drain pipe thing.
Rolly Mania says, I look like LG, guys.
Look, the reason why they put the chicken at the back. So Costco used to buy in chicken. And they basically get the whole chicken and they they oven it, and it's beautiful. But they put it in the back, Thomas. You know why they put it in the back?
Why is that?
To make you walk all the way
through everything,
past the aisles to convince you. Oh, I might need that. I might need this. I might need that. They're so clever. So
they're the best for steak, Costco. I get my tomahawk steak and T-bone steak in bulk packs from Costco. Great value. Because if you go anywhere else like Morrison's, just one T-bone steak will cost you like £40. For about 45, you can get two of them in Costco, guys. Fantastic.
Yeah, the food's great. The food's great.
Jose Martin, who called up this, is based in Algarve, Albufeira, and he called up this, he's watching from there, very warm, sunny climes. And he called up this, the SW500. It's a chronograph movement.
It's basically a 7750. Yeah, it's basically a 7750, isn't it?
A Salita ripoff, yeah.
Yeah.
There's an Oris version.
Yeah, the Oris version, yeah. It's just a 775. Oh, yeah, I've worked on this SW500. Yeah, I just see them as ETAs. Obviously they're different. There's none in change. You can't change over the parts. They have changed the parts, and what the earlier Salitas had issues, and I've always mentioned it with the auto work. But now Salita has sorted everything out, and they're great movements. Salita are fantastic movements. I can't complain.
Wasn't it that you were telling me that they did have problems at the beginning, but they find those out now? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The auto work on, I think, was it 2824 would just diminish. It would the reverser wheels would just go like a black, like black, and then if there's a glass back, you'll see like this black sort of.
Let's be honest, Alex. A lot of the watches that we're going to get in now that you guys are going to be servicing, the majority of them are going to be Salita, isn't it? going forward after a certain. Going forward now, it probably SW200s, it's SW500s, and a lot of battery changes.
Yeah,
Believe
no,
it or not,
the
Tag
battery
Heuer
change.
battery changes. My God,
Yeah.
they came in. What was it? 500 of them. Jesus Christ.
Talking of battery changes, it's very important that if you get your battery changed by anybody, look, you can go to like certain companies that do it in front of you, and I don't agree to that because you're supposed to check the water resistancy before you open up the watch. And if it passes, then you steam clean it to get rid of the dirt. Because if you open it up while it's dirty, the dirt falls into the movement. So it's important that you get it cleaned first, then open it up. Check the consumption of the previous battery. Check that it is flat. Change the battery with the correct battery. Change the seal.
You do realise, Alex, you're a bit two-faced because you say you shouldn't do it in front of people, but you do servicing in front of like hundreds of people.
Yeah, because I'm showing you exactly what I'm doing. But
Yeah,
you know what I
I'm
mean.
you up.
I know you are. I know.
You know me by now. You can't take me seriously. I'm always winding you up.
So I know you, but you know what I mean. So just be cautious of battery changes that are while you wait. Plus, they don't always use the correct sealing methods as well. So I'm not trying to like scare people off. I'm just being honest. Some people say, "Oh, why so much for a battery?" But there is steps that you're supposed to take when.
Good question for you, Alex, from Evan. I don't know if you can see that about the 2824 when the rotor. Have you seen that one there?
Yeah, Evan. Well, the thing is, Evan, some of the earliest liters from previous watchmakers and my own experience, there was auto issues. And when there's auto issues on a 2824, and if you slowly wind it or fast wind it, the rotor will spin. You can actually feel it vibrate, spinning. Yeah. That's the issue with the reverser wheels.
Oh, we've got Dodger in the house as well. Dodger, we've got a full house tonight, Alex. It's good.
Oh, brilliant.
Very positive, very positive. Good. I hope to see everybody at the show. I've had special requests from the Gumbaros, Greggy Boy, Ian, KO. There will be a special compartment at the bar that you will call the Gumbaros shelf. There will be KO on offer. Anyone else have any special requests? Let me know. We will accommodate those special requests as long as it's within reason. Yeah. And the after party is going to be good, boys and girls. The after party is going to be good. I'm going to be there with Watch Pro. We're going to be exhibiting together. Watch Pro, who sponsor the D-Time Love channel, they're sponsoring all 6 events. They're going to be cutting the ribbon for the show. We're going to have Chris Evangelou, who starred in The Gentleman, who now stars in EastEnders. As well, training Phil Mitchell's son. It'd be interesting to see who'd win out of a fight between Chris, a former world boxing champion, and Alex. He's a bit smaller than Alex, but it'd be like let me think. It'd be like Mayweather versus Usyk. Alex's face, disgust.
What, you want me to get in the ring?
I wouldn't make your friends. I wouldn't make my friends fight. That's not what I'm all about. It's all good. Halloumi, please. Well, look, we're gonna have we're gonna have some good food available as well. Spencer's a top guy. Look, it will go quite quickly, but we'll do our best for sure.
There's a pub across the road about Southhead, so that's where.
There's 90 yards. You've got the Red Lion, which has got a restaurant function room there as well. We've been in touch with them. The hotels are getting booked out quickly. The good news is the brands have all got their hotels sorted out. Thank God.
Is there a decent curry house nearby?
Oh yeah, there'll be. I'm sure there is. Look, Radler is people that don't know the area probably. People that are not familiar with Radler will not know what Radler is about. And I'll give you guys a bit of an insight. Radler is the most affluent area just outside of London. And if you want to know where all the Arsenal players live, that play for Arsenal Football Club, they live in Radler. House prices start, the top end, the most expensive start, they're about 21 million, Alex. And the cheapest place you're going to find down there is about £300,000 for a 1-bedroom flat. The reason for that is the majority of the schools are private schools down there. You've got to have a bit of wedge about. And I live about I'm not in Radler. I'm a lot further out. I don't want to dox myself or anything like that. But Radler is a very expensive place, probably with Cuffley as well in the outskirts of London. But the venue, what I liked about it straight away when Spencer showed me the venue, that really triggered my interest was that it's opposite Radlett Station. So you're 30 minutes
perfect.
away from Criss Cross, Euston. So if you're traveling from across the UK, long as you can get to Euston or King's Cross Station, you can get there relatively easy. And the hotels are a lot cheaper. There aren't that many hotels in Elstree, Radlett, those areas, but there are a lot cheaper hotels in Boreham Wood. Totally different area, but it's only like, 1.5 miles away, 2 miles away. You jump on the train, it's like one stop, and then you're outside.
Right.
So you can find some discounted places there for sure.
Dweller Luke, I bought an Oris Aquis from a reputable company. I think it's fake. If you want to email me some pictures of it, I can, if you don't mind.
That will be a Selita SW200 it should have in there. The Aquis, I believe, yes. So,
which is the 2824, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Selita SW200, but it's basically a clone of a 2824, I believe. Yeah. So, what are the differences, Alex?
There's more jewels. I mean, there's more jewels. Yeah, because basically they rejeweled from memory. They rejeweled the barrel bridge. And underneath as well, and actually I forgot which movement it is, but there's actually a jewel upside down. So
it's
7750, the 7750 version. Yeah, you're supposed to pop that jewel out and turn it the right way. There's an issue with the manufacturing of the movement, so the jewel needs to be put the right way.
Speaking of fake watches, right? What people need to understand that the fakes are gone to the next level, Alex. I think we had one in, didn't we? Do you want to show the guys watching? There was a fake Rolex that came in.
Where did I put it? Oh,
this one is. What are your thoughts on this, Alex? Because it is very scary. From a novice point of view, like me, I'm not a watchmaker. Let me get this straight.
I mean, look, this was supposed to be a custom Rolex, but it's a complete fake. So crown guards have been taken off.
The crown guard's taken off, right? Okay. Yeah. So it looks like a vintage piece.
Yeah, it's a modern vintage piece, but it was supposed to be in terms of genuine in terms of the movement and everything else, but it's a complete
So this is like a fake 6538. It's like trying to be like a reissue of it.
A reissue, by a company, but it's actually a fake version of the reissue of the company. So I saved the customer over 15,000.
Wow.
She was willing to pay, So I mean, it's even in the plastic, for God's sake, So, but that doesn't mean it's a fake watch. But a lot of companies actually heat wrap their watches to stop them from scratching. So I mean, look, the great thing is that you can have the watch checked prior to payment. So this is always something that's really important, that you get a watch check prior to payment, or if you have an agreement that you pay and there is an issue, then a full refund is done. Then that's but you need to get that in writing. That's really, really important. But you need to make sure that what you're buying isn't got custom parts, and that if they're stating that everything is original, then you've got to make sure that anything that is custom parts is stated in writing, because there's no point verbally saying it. You've got to really use your head when you're buying watches. It's really, really important. Don't buy it because your mate told you to, or your mate says the guy is real, he's a decent bloke. No. It doesn't matter if it's a mate or anybody else. Just do your homework.
Yeah, I mean, the scary thing is those Tissot's that you were seeing on eBay. Now, Alex, you really need to know what you're doing, don't you, with Tissot? Because let's not forget the manufacturing all takes place in China. There's not a bad thing. What people don't realize that all these cases that you see, the sort of entry-level Swiss brands, they're all made in China. Alex, let's be honest.
Look.
I'm not one to, lie to people. Unfortunately, they are. And what happens is that some of the manufacturers out there can put something together relatively easily because they're producing them and it looks identical. So what things should they be looking out for, Alex, in regards to these entry-level Swiss pieces?
It's more of if it comes with box and papers, you'll be surprised where they don't get the box and papers right. It's little things like that. Plus the dial font as well, and the hands, plus the movement, finishing of the movement, the bracelet. Also where you're buying it from as well. Do some history. Check that they are offering any sort of money-back guarantees if there's an issue. Plus check the history of what they're selling, forums. It's very easy to end up buying a watch because someone else bought a watch from them. That doesn't justify that the company, is correct. You just got to really look. If there's issues, you can always ask them that if they're willing to send me the watch first for me to check it prior to purchase. There's no harm asking. I get a lot of
gray area with the authentication on eBay is the fact that the watch has to be valued at, I think, £1,500
or more
to 2,000. I think that. And that's a bit worrying that I've seen an increase in, other brands now coming up, and I think this doesn't look quite right. You know what I mean, Alex? Too good to be true. The prices, Longines and all these other brands that are popping up. There's got fake Seikos out there, guys. Now,
look, everyone says, everyone says to me, like, why would they fake these brands? You got to understand, it's all about quantity. It's mass quantity. Look, they fake condoms, they fake paracetamols, they even fake adrenaline for hospitals. Everything is faked. Pharmaceutical products are heavily faked. Even
imagine Alex getting some protein and he's like, I'm drinking this, it's not working.
It's funny because I bought some protein because as you know, who gets me the protein, it's out of stock. So I gone and bought protein from somewhere, right? And it's the ingredients are really good, but I can't drink it. Even my dad says, just give it to me. He reckons he can stomach it, but I can't stomach it. It's absolutely disgusting. And when I say disgusting, I mean disgusting. Honestly, it's absolutely disgusting. But going back to fake stuff, look, it's all about quantity. If they can mass produce these things, they can make a considerable amount of money from faking it. Don't think that because who would fake a Tissot watch? They do. Who would fake a Fossil watch? They do. They fake anything.
And get ready for this. Seiko 5s and being faked by the dozens. Seiko 5s, guys. Seiko 5s. Can you believe it? There's dozens of Seiko 5s on eBay at the moment that are fake, apparently. So,
look,
shocking. Scary world we live in nowadays, guys. I have to say.
Costco lost a lawsuit because they were selling Louis Vuitton thinking they were real, but they were fake.
And they had a fake Omega. I can't remember what Omega model it was. An Omega, either a Speedmaster or Seamaster. There was a thing about it because don't forget that Costco. They're a bit like salvage buyers, if that makes sense, Alex. Yeah, they will look at other retailers that may be going under or whatever, and they will buy the stock, and they got screwed over. To be honest with you. So how are they going to authenticate? Maybe that's an opportunity. That's potentially a business lead, Alex. We could potentially get you guys to check the stock before it goes on the shelf.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, it's all, you got to be really, really careful what you're buying. It's not just watches. There's so much fake stuff out there. I mean,
someone in the chat, Casios are getting faked as well. Yeah. I mean,
they even fake watch tools, Bergeon watch tools. There's people that say to me, Alex, can you get me some tools? I'm like, yeah, no problem. They don't like the price, and they go and buy from the likes of certain companies that resell products, and they're fake Bergeon tools. It's nuts.
I mean, look, in the car industry, we've got Euro car parts, which are basically fake service packs for cars, Alex.
Yeah.
I made one mistake once when I had the CRK 63 AMG. When it went up to about 70,000 miles, the cats went on the exhaust. And at the time, I didn't have a lot of money. They quoted me like £3,850 for the exhaust system, plus another 1,500 quid just to fit the damn thing at Mercedes. So I went to Euro Car Parts and bought for 1,500 quid and got it fitted at an independent, and the fake version sounded louder. However, it wouldn't fit properly underneath the car, so it would smack underneath the car. So it had terrible rattle as well. I remember it was a nightmare, you know. And I had guys welding it together, and he goes, "Listen, mate, this is what happens when you decide to go the cheap route." And I learnt my lesson the hard way. When I got some money and I ended up changing the bloody thing for authentic exhaust system from Mercedes. And yeah, you live and learn. It cost me a lot more money in the end, Alex, because I just couldn't. You know, when you put the car on when it's cold, that's when the engine literally explodes the exhaust note on that, and it rattled something terrible. But anyway, we live and learn, guys, and it's the same thing with watches, isn't it? It's just sometimes you're just better off going to the right places, go to where someone you can trust, or an authorized dealer for sure.
That reminds me, D, I used to have a limited edition Brabus Smart convertible.
I can't imagine you. What did you used to drive with your head out of the sunroof?
Oh, it was brilliant. It was great. Beautiful.
They're great for city life. They're great for city life, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is that what you want as a company car, Alex?
Actually, do you know what? I'm thinking of getting rid of my car.
We have Perpetual-Time on it. We get a wrap for it, yeah?
Yeah. Mine was wrapped.
I
had two, they were wrapped with my business. Yeah, I'm actually thinking of going back to that, to be honest.
I don't think it's a good idea to let people know who you are when you're in these cars, Alex, yeah? Because you're a watch guy and they see Perpetual-Time, you get chased by all the criminals to see where you're living and, you know, go to the workshop. I don't think it's a great idea, to be honest.
I don't know. I did have a sign saying no watches or cash left in the car. So I did. No, but they were great. You know, the way you park them and you could just get in all sort of spaces.
The problem Alex has got when he goes to Canary Wharf, everyone is suited and booted, right? Alex turns up in his black clothing. They think he's security. They're expecting to keep the door open, or when someone came in, the concierge, they were like, "Look, mate, can you help me out here, mate?" You know what I mean? It's like, no, I work upstairs. I'm not part of the concierge service. You know what I mean? Oh, that was.
Yeah. Listen, my mate, one of my friends in Malta had that Smart where it was completely convertible.
It sounds good though, isn't it? The Brabus little one. It's like those Fiat Abaths they call them with the Ferrari engine. That's what he competes with, isn't it?
But you can, but they made Smarts with the GS, that motorbike engine, that really fast motorbike engine. What was it called? GS, the Hayabusa. You know, the motorbike Hayabusa engine. They would modify the Smart car with a Hayabusa engine.
Wow. Was it? So what engine size is that? 3-cylinder.
It was 700cc turbo.
It's not as fast as your dad's lawnmower. I don't know if have you seen that video footage of Alex's dad with his like lawnmower cutting like how many bloody acres of land that your dad's got, mate?
You see my son, he crashed into his lawnmower.
He's a gangster, mate. Honestly, you don't want to mess with this guy.
He's
he's what you call a real alpha male, isn't he, Alex?
Yeah? He's crazy. Yeah, he's crazy.
We got problems. Just call your dad.
Did you see my son out of all that space, and my son went to go past my dad, and my son just stopped.
All I can see, right, this is like typical Greek behavior, yeah? So your dad's like, he's got such a big guard. Honestly, you couldn't make this up, right? You could go anywhere in this car. It could fit thousands of cars. I'm not exaggerating. So his dad's driving this lawnmower probably at 15 miles an hour. Your son is coming straight. He's just doing his thing on his buggy, whatever, electric car. Your dad just stops and goes, "Oi!" He doesn't care. I'm like, Jesus Christ, hilarious. That would be on that. You could send that clip to one of those TV shows where they show comical incidences and that.
I'm gonna put it on here for the next intro.
Yeah, that would be brilliant, man. It's hilarious. How is your son? Is he all right?
He's good. Yeah. No, he's fantastic. Yeah.
We have to get the boys to meet up. That'll be good.
Oh yeah. Your son, my son.
Just a quick question from Rolly Mania here. He's saying, thoughts on the Seamaster 225450? Getting to 20 years old now. Anything to look out for, Alex?
Yeah, okay. So bezels tend to fade on this, and the dials tend to fade. Also, the end links start to wear, and the pins and tubes start to get quite weak. So the pins start to come out. The clasp starts to lose its tension on the because you push the buttons on the side of the clasp. The inner spring can either crack or start to lose tension.
I have the electric blue version of this, and it is for me, it is a fantastic watch with the sword hands. I actually prefer this Seamaster with the sword hands over the modern variant that I have with the skeleton hands. The loom on this is amazing, despite its age.
Oh, it's fantastic.
The loom is better than the new ones. I'm not everything else is inferior. The new ones are superior in terms of case, movement, but the loom and the dials, I love these. I think these are fantastic. And I like the bracelet on this. It's got a Speedmaster bracelet. Alex?
Yeah, I do like. Look, I feel as though the steel they used then is better than the steel they use now. Some people might say, I don't agree with it, and that's not. I respect that. That's fine. But there's a 2892 non-coaxial in this. Fantastic to work on. Easy to get access to parts. What else is there on this that could fail? Sometimes the helium escape valve crown can just suddenly pop off. But look, if you're going to buy it from Watchfinder are highly successful in the industry and they don't sell rubbish. So, if you're going to buy it from Watchfinder, I totally respect that. If you wish for me to source you one with an extended 36-month warranty of Perpetual-Time, that's not a problem neither. But if you're going to buy one of these, just pay the top price, because you don't want one with a saggy bracelet or the pins hanging out or the clasp, needs replacing. And I would pay high price for them, because it is a watch that will last for many years if you look after it.
One thing I'm going to say, Alex, right? I was looking at buying another version of this. You know what I'm like? I like buying two of everything, because I like to pair it up for my son. And I was looking at another electric blue, and there's got two variants of it. I think there's a stainless steel and a titanium version. But I had a guy pop the case back open for me, and the rotor, although it was still ETA, the rotor was different for some reason. Would that have been because that someone said it had just sourced apart or something went wrong? So I decided not to buy it, but they were adamant that it was okay.
Which model was it, D? Which one?
Same model as this, but the electric blue. Yeah, same as this.
Well, the rotor on this should be inscripted Omega 1120.
Yeah, something. It was different, scripted but it was different.
Generic. Yeah.
Generic
so probably what happened is that there was an issue with the rotor, or they didn't change the rotor bearing. They may have just changed the complete rotor, or it may have had water ingress. You don't know. So yeah, that is
right that I avoided it. Then do you think that was correct?
Yeah,
that I avoided
listen. Look. Yeah, I would have. I probably would have avoided it. How much was it?
This was a good few years back. Big shout out to Joshua Stanley James Jewelers. I bought the original one there, and he brought one of his watchmakers. So I won't mention the name of the other guy. We went down there to check it out, and they popped the case back open, and then we had to look at my one, and the rotor was different. It was just about 4 years ago. 4 years ago.
The thing is, right, when you're buying a watch off somebody, you don't want to be having to source the correct parts. The fact that it had the not correct complete rotor, it really should. At that time, it's not difficult to get a genuine rotor if it was those years ago. And even now, you can get rotors that are original Omega rotors, whether you have someone that happens to have an Omega account, or if you someone has supplies in stock, or even someone might go on eBay and buy a genuine one. But yeah,
I'm surprised Omega haven't done a new version of this model, Alex, with the sword hands.
I prefer the sword hands to the skeleton ones, like you say.
How much is this on Watchfinder? Is it? Oh no, it's not for sale, is it?
It's already sold.
Okay. Yeah, look, I had the blue version on the James Bond one with a different bracelet, and
the normal Seamaster bracelet. I do like it, but I always, if you're not that keen on what it is, the bracelet doesn't appeal to everybody. This one I think is more versatile because of sort of like its H-link bracelet.
Yeah.
Isn't this? Don't you think this is the bracelet that's on the old Speedmaster?
Yeah.
It's the same one. It's just identical, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is great bracelet. I prefer the older bracelet, the previous one, but yeah, it's a great watch.
Haven't
the
you got
loom
a
on it,
Speedy, Alex? The 70s one, 321.
74. I've got a 74. Yeah,
So it's 321. Lemania.
321. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's worth quite a bit. That would be worth.
What do you think it's worth now? I need to check.
I don't know. They're worth. You're looking at what? So 70s, you said, yeah? It's probably worth about
74.
10K.
Nah.
No.
No.
Let's have a look. Let's have a little look now. Be interesting to see.
Go
what the
on.
prices are
Pull
for
it
this.
up,
Go on.
Thomas. Thomas is like the guy in Joe Rogan. What's that guy called?
Well, you want to look for a 74 Speedy?
1974 321. I promised the guy that I bought it from. He's a real nice guy. I don't want to say his name just in case he doesn't want to be known, but he's a fan of the show. A fan. Sorry, he watches the show. I sound like Hoshi now. Sorry, he watches the show, and yeah, I promised him that I wouldn't sell it. I mean,
sell it. So what is that for your son, or is it like a? I was going to say that's your birth year, but you look good for your age.
no, my mum was 16 during 74 because obviously the invasion of Cyprus. I bought it because of the year. So
wow, so that's very fitting. That could be the GWS mascot for this particular show.
Exactly, the 74. Let's never forget.
If that didn't happen, Alex, you wouldn't have met. You know that. Well, we might have met in one of the local villages.
If my grandmother had to be my granddad,
you would have been a lifeguard. That's what I would have seen you at. You would have been eating gubes, a few kubebya, kofteres, slagging on the beach. I would have been drowning, Alex, with the same.
Gubes. You can't beat gubes, can you? Fresh
gubes
with lemoni.
My mum just got back from Cyprus. She goes, I went to the local takeaway guba shop. And I'm like, yeah. And she bought me a tray. I picked them up from the airport and I was eating like gubas like 12 o'clock, at night and squeezing lemon over them. Oh, they were so beautiful, mate. Oh, God.
Oh,
fantastic.
So hot on the inside, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think our Giuseppe Marcel, he's not coming on. What's going on? Can I message him? He did say that he was with his kids and that, so it might be a bit difficult. Yeah. God, it's half term, isn't it? So it's difficult at the moment.
Vintage Watch Centre have one for 4,950.
Yeah, I told you, D. You're way
off. That's soft, man. That's because I'm thinking normal 321s. Moonwatch.
No, they had their day. They had their day, didn't they?
So they've dropped in price because I remember them going for 10K. Yeah. That was during the hype period. We're talking about
before the hype period. I'm sure it was before the hype.
Yeah, they were like 10K. I remember, I was like, that's expensive for what Jesus.
Yeah. That's the 1974 one. Yeah.
What's the most expensive one?
I'm going to put in the private comments what I paid.
Platinum, which is $58,000.
Is what I paid.
Let's have a look. Oh, you got poor guy got conned.
No, he didn't get conned. Don't say that. No. He didn't get conned.
I'm not doing any business with Alex going on. Screaming, man.
Yeah, platinum.
You're a typical great dealer now, Alex.
A 321 Platinum is 58,000 euros.
Oh, is that it? Had me too.
So what? It's got like a Rolex clasp, I would have thought, yeah.
Rolex
like stamped metal sort of clasp, sort of thing, Alex. Yeah.
What, the Omega clasp? You mean?
Yeah, the old one.
It's got the old one. It's got the old Omega clasp on it. Yeah. It's got the original bracelet and everything. But the dial's marked on it. It's got marks on the dial.
Yeah, but your watchmaker, Alex, what's a mark to you? What a mark for us gives us you have a heart attack, but use
it's got a marked dial though. It's got a marked dial, but it's all right.
Here's a question it says for Alex, but more for you, D, I think. What's your opinion on Tissot PRX quartz and the Siegel 963 chronograph as a starter watch?
Look, the thing is that they're great starter pieces. If you haven't got much money, I think either's fine. At the end of the day, I think with the Tissot, probably save a little bit more money and get the mechanical version.
How much, Casey?
If I'm being honest, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Mickey McIntyre's asking that one.
You know, because you know what's the PRX quartz? What was that? £335 or £400. I think they've gone up in price. I think, but spend a couple of £100 more, and you've got a real watch. You know, mechanical. You know, Powermatic, 80 hours power reserve. The Seagull Chrono. You know, you're not going to be able to get another chronograph at that price point. A mechanical chronograph. If you really want a chronograph, a cool-looking watch that doesn't break the bank, why not? I think it's great value.
Studio Underdog are using the Seagull.
Yeah, Richard is doing smashing things. He's going to be at the show. We talk on a regular basis. He's a fantastic guy, and it just shows you what you can do if you're a little bit creative and you press the trigger and you push forward and you achieve your goals. And look what's happened. He's blown up. The guy,
good on him.
You know, a lot of people, you know, we've got Cyrus, we've got Shapik turning up to the show. People asking me, I really want to see Studio Underdog. You know, they're coming to see and pick one up potentially as well.
They really are great.
Yeah, the PRX quartz one is thinner, and I believe they do it in 36mm as well.
Great watch. PRX is a great watch. I mean, the mechanical one is fantastic. I mean, for what you get for your money, I think it's brilliant. Even the chronograph one, you know, I've held that, tried it on. You know, it's beautiful.
I have got a surprise Rolex coming. Yeah, I've got the call from the AD, and what I'm going to do when I get this piece, I will pick up the Tissot chronograph. This is what I always do. When I go into the AD, I come out with 2 watches. For some reason, this is all you know what happened last time, but yeah, I'll probably get the PRX chronograph if it's available.
Wait for this, D. Wait. Hey guys, this is D from the D Time Love channel, guys. Today, guys, I'm going to show you a Rolex watch, guys. Are you ready, guys? Did you like that?
Yeah, not bad. Don't give up the day job, though. Yeah, you leave that too. I tell you, I've got a sore throat from talking too much. Honestly, I'm not myself because it's just tired.
These are a couple of the Cyrus watches. So watches and wonders.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I was talking to the guys, Cyrus and that, and we're going to have a few exclusives closer to the date. The marketing guys said we will reveal it to you, D. And you can let your delegates, your guests know what new models we're going to bring to the show. But this piece is fantastic. It's a double chronograph. You can time 2 things at the same time. This is next level. This is next level stuff, Alex. You know that?
Yeah, you can.
That's clever. Very extremely clever.
For the chronograph, so you can time 2, as D says. You can start 1 chronograph hand with the red.
But I can cook chicken souvla and lamb souvla.
At the same time?
At the same time, I could time it just before I turn up, like bang. There's been 30 minutes.
Excuse for you to buy it,
Yeah. How much are these? About 25, 30K?
Yeah, about that. Yeah. And then just going back on some of the Chapek.
Yeah, Chapek. I've with the marketing team, they sent me a little video. I can't say anything yet, but what was that? Watches and Wonders will be at my show. At the BQ Watch, edited of watches are bringing maybe 1 or 2 exclusive pieces as well. They said to me, so no, it's all happening. Thomas, I'll set you up with one-on-ones with them when you're there, Thomas. That way you can sit down and have a bit of a chat with them.
Amazing skeletonized chronographs. I mean, and that's the new Antarctique dial. That one.
Yeah.
I can imagine Thomas wearing one of these, you know, with a nice suit. Yeah,
beautiful. They're fantastic. I love them. I think.
Shapik.
Look, watches.
The movements are amazing on those. They really are. And what's the other brand? Piancier, which is like a new RM rival, will be there as well. Not a lot of people know about that watch, but people like Amir Khan are buying them. You know, the celebrities are jumping on the bandwagon. So they start from 40K. Look, we're going to have a wide selection of watches. I wanted to have something for everybody at the show, guys. Yeah. So you've got pieces that cost £250,000. and we're going right down to £300 sterling. But we're going to have the luxury watches in a separate exhibition space on the same floor, but just different layout.
What about this one here? Has any
I didn't know this one.
have any of the panel heard the called Astor Banks? Fantastic watches.
Bring it up, Thomas. Could
I'll
be
try.
something that we could bring to the show. Because we've got 6. Look, we've got just to let you guys know, 6 shows booked in at the BQ event space. A to Z of watches have got 6 shows. One of them will be all German brands as well. One of them will be a trade show, but we'll let people from the public come as well, and the rest will be all different brands. Giuseppe Mas, what's going on?
Giuseppe's drinking his espresso.
Giuseppe, get on this stream, my friend. We need some authentic Italian cuisine on the show.
Authentic Italian cuisine. Maybe we could ask him if you can cook raw bacon, if you can eat it raw. Maybe we can ask him.
What are you going on about? You can't eat. Why? What is this about? You can't eat bacon raw, Alex.
Oh, you can't?
Well, you know how much bacteria. You know, pork, right, is one of those meats that you've got to cook. It's not ham. Ham has been smoked or cured, you know, or they boil it.
A well-known figure has been saying that you can eat it raw like carpaccio.
Mate, listen, you know, when I'm cooking my meat, even pork and stuff like that, one of the meats I have to make sure that's cooked properly is pork.
Yeah, of course.
And chicken.
Yeah.
And
chicken,
certain cuts of lamb is good, and steak cut, and that's fine. You can eat that as long as it's, you know, when I do my steaks, I actually wash them in white vinegar, Alex, to get rid of any dirt and bacteria that may be on the meat. It doesn't affect the taste of the meat if you clean it with, you know, white vinegar. That's what all the restaurateurs do, especially, you know, if you're dealing with anything like game meat or anything like that, or goat as well. I'd highly suggest you do that for sure.
Interesting.
After that, whoa, new field watch brand.
Oh, it's Dirk Diggler's here.
No discrimination here, guys. You know, like Scottish watches, we just thought we'd have a bit of fun with it.
Mexican. You mentioned Mexicans.
Maybe call it the Mexican show or whatever you want to call it, guys.
How are we getting on there, Thomas? Oh, yeah. Here we go. So let's review this brand, yeah? Oh, okay.
Look like they do different dials, different sort of pearl style dials. Sub 1,000.
So what are they using, like Salita movements or something like that? I would have thought in these £4,000.
Slim, eh? Quite slim.
Yeah, not bad. Look, there's so many watches out there nowadays, guys. Honestly, I've got 120 brands that we're looking at the moment, and it's just, I don't know what direction to go. It's so many out there now. The only problem is the market is getting a bit flooded, Alex, as well.
Oh yeah. This
is the problem.
Brands,
Where do you go? What do you buy? £1,000. You've got a lot of selection now.
Yeah, we've got a vast selection compared to like 4 or 5 years ago, I would say, yeah. It's a nice dial. It's Tiffany. It's like a Tiffany dial, isn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely a Tiffany, going for a Tiffany dial look. Yeah.
Everyone's doing this to death now. I'm like, Jesus. I'm bored of it now. Honestly, exactly. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, you need a new look.
I prefer different blues than that, to be honest with you, Alex. The Tissot one is actually, I prefer that color, that turquoisey. It's not so much bland like that. I know this is not bland, but you know what I'm getting at? This is a little bit, it's like, what is it, like a matte finish? It's not a sunburst style or anything like that. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, my screen went a bit funny there.
Is this more your barrow than the?
Let's have a look then. Go on. It's not my cup of tea. I like Oris, but I don't like this piece. You know, this is not my cup of tea. I don't know what Oris were thinking when they did this. You know, mate, look, I'm sure it's going to please certain people, but me, it's not my cup of tea, guys. I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't know. I don't know where.
I don't know what they were thinking with this one.
What's with Kermit at the bottom at 6? Is this a joke?
Kermit the Frog? No, it's the date.
Why? Is this a piss take now?
I think this is Oris not taking themselves very seriously at all. Don't you get that? Don't you feel that?
This is laziness. This is not good. Oh,
I think I'll tell them this. I don't think they're going to take anything that I say to them like about their designs and that. But for me, I think this is a bit.
What a joke! Please get rid of it, Thomas. It's pissing me off now.
That's the worst Oris I've seen. That one. I can't stand that.
Ridiculous. It reminds me of that thing that Rolex brought out, that day. That was just, I mean, look, I appreciate how they make those dials. I can imagine how long it takes to make them.
The only thing I can say what Oris were doing with that was trying to get people that wouldn't normally buy their watches buying something like that, something funky, I don't know, a bit hip. You know what I mean? Something different,
It's way off the mark.
Yeah.
It's way off the mark. Way off the mark. Guys, I think we're going to wrap it up now.
Cool.
Been on for an hour and 22 minutes.
Thanks for watching, everybody. And a lot more to come. I am going to basically, I'll be launching a video just talking about the other brands. We've got, originally had 23 brands confirmed for the show. We have another, I think, 6-7 brands confirmed. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm really tired tonight. I'm literally on the way out. I'm going to have an early night. But I will do a video just letting you guys know the new brands that we'll be exhibiting at the BQ Watches in association with my firm A to Z of Watches. Take care, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.